First of all, I just want to say we had the first responders out yesterday for practice, and thank you to those guys coming out there and just what they mean to our community, what they mean to Greenville, Pitt County, and just appreciate those folks and the job they do of keeping our place safe and our folks safe, and not only just the folks in Greenville, but our players as well. Just finished up our first scrimmage, practice number 9 here. Had about 75, 85 plays in there, and had finished with a situation overtime there at the end, just get a little competition in it. But saw some good things, obviously some things we got to clean up. You know, a first scrimmage, thought there's too many penalties out there, but that's kind of expected out of a scrimmage. Saw some highlights, saw some guys step up and make some really good plays overall. And, you know, things we can build on, but things I feel really good about if you look back to a week ago where we're at. So, you know, it's spring ball, feel really good about where we're going, but still a little ways to go. And but I see some young guys coming along, see some older guys kind of stepping up, taking on some leadership roles. And I'm really excited to see, you know, scrimmage number 2. You always talk about during the season how much you improve from game 1 to game 2. How much can we improve from scrimmage 1 to scrimmage 2?
A lot of running backs getting play, at least in the time that we saw. How would you kind of assess that room right now?
Yeah, I think that room's showing they have some depth in there. You know, Marlon Gunn's obviously the older young man in there. London Montgomery is back from last year. Parker Jenkins is an added body in there that I think is doing a really good job, show some burst. Josh Benton, the local kid from Jacksonville here, he gets the ball in his hands, scored today, did a really good job. And then TJ Engelman, the younger guy, is showing that he's worthy of some reps back there. So all 5 of those guys touched the football and did some good things with the ball in their hands.
Coach, is there a certain position group that you've seen improve greatly since day 1 out here?
You know, we just talked about the running backs. Those are the guys I would probably say is like the strongest room right now. And defensively, I think I see some really good things out of Damian Wilson, Day-Day, and Sam Danka in that room. You'd like to see a little bit more depth there. So I think there's various position groups that are doing a really good job. The tight end room is really strong right now. But we still got to take it to the next level and see some other guys step up as well.
You talked about leadership also. What guys have stepped up in that department?
Several. You know, I think that's a team effort right now. We talked back on January 12th when we first met about that kind of maybe we had 22 guys leave, some vacant spots there. Those guys got to be the next guys to step up, and that takes time. And those guys are kind of leading the way with that. You know, whether it's Caden from his limited role there. Some guys on the defensive side of the ball, Jamarly Riddle, even though he's a young guy. And I think it's a collective group right now, but we got to continue to grow there.
Coach, Danka made a pretty amazing play on breaking a pass up. Just what's his improvement been like from last year?
Well, Sam's, you know, learned a whole new role, playing linebacker instead of being on the line of scrimmage. And I think he's grown on it. I mean, he's only 9 practices into playing linebacker, and you can see it every single day he's getting better and better. There's still some things he's got to improve at, and mostly it's in between the tackles. But, you know, covering in space and his ability to play in space is what flashes, and that's the reason we moved to linebacker.
Would be remiss if I didn't ask you about the defense. Just what did you make of their performance as a whole in the scrimmage today?
Well, you know, if you ask me as a former defensive guy, you're never satisfied, but you saw some good things. You saw guys flying around. I thought they had really good energy on the sideline, and got some 4th down stops there. You know, we went for it a lot on 4th down, just get a few extra reps in today. But I thought they did a good job in those scenarios. You'd like to see them force a few more turnovers. I'd like to see them stop the run there in the last series, but overall, I thought they played pretty well.
How's the new and young guys on the defensive side of the ball handling this tempo?
Yeah, it got them a little bit today. Sometimes that's hard to simulate in practice, just because you're at the end of the practice and you're trying to simulate tempo and with your offense and have some things going there. But now you have officials, you get the ball put down, and those guys got to do a better job of getting their eyes on the sideline, getting the call, getting lined up, and getting situated there. So it's hard to play defense if you don't got 11 sets of cleats in the ground. And that's today they got to learn from that and take it to the next level and realize exactly how fast that tempo can be. I thought our offense did a much better job today than I've seen this spring with the tempo. So I was fired up about that, them getting on the football and running the show there.
Saw a few different guys kicking. Does that remain an open competition in your eyes at this point?
Everything's an open competition. That's what the spring's for. You know, it's just the second phase of the off season. You know, first phase being the winter training, second phase being the spring ball, third quarter being the summer, fourth quarter being next fall camp. But spring ball is, everything's open competition, and you get everybody reps, and that's what's key to it and important about it. And you're trying to not only develop starters and key players, key roles, but also backups that can help you win. You're really trying to find out who can help us win next fall.
Has Cade been able to participate in any drills other than the scrimmage?
Yeah, he's back. If we were playing a game and we're a week out from the game, I believe he'd be ready to go. And he did some things out there yesterday. 2-minute drill, throwing the ball around Skelly, and we're just being a little cautious, you know, and we can be right now. And it gives, you know, obviously Jake Garcia an opportunity and Ram Jeter an opportunity, and 2 freshmen to get some extra reps in there. And I thought Jeter looked pretty good today as well as the freshmen. So you know, they still got to keep building, but it gives those guys extra reps as well.
Thank you, Coach.